flowers around the corner. I don't know if you've been noticing the beautiful flower arrangements we've been having in studio. Well, if you love them, you're going to love what Alwyn Burger had to say to Ewan using some of Woolworths' spring collection.
I almost can't believe it. Spring is literally just around the corner in a few days from now. But of course, with spring comes a beautiful array of colorful flowers. Now today we'll be hanging out with Alwyn Burger. Now, Alwyn is also known as Blomboy, and he knows pretty much everything there is to know when it comes to flowers. So he's going to be sharing some blooming fantastic tips on how to make fresh flowers last longer, and also how to arrange your flowers in interesting and creative ways so that they are absolutely beautiful and eye-catching in the spaces of your home.
Alwyn Burger is a sought-after floral stylist for his contemporary designs at events and gatherings of all kinds. His ethos is to honor the flowers, and it's much easier than you think.
Now spring is literally just a few days away. Lots to look forward to when it comes to our flowers. What's on offer this season?
I prefer to always work with things that you know are around at this time of year locally. And Woolworths have managed to put a few things together that I think really will warm the floral hearts.
Well, I'm sure our viewers can't wait to hear about the tips that you're going to be sharing on how to arrange your flowers and make it look absolutely beautiful. So what's the plan for today?
Our very first little example that I wanted to show you is based on the White Delight bouquet by Woolworths. It's a really sophisticated bunch of white flowers that we want to in some way put together to gift to someone. So we start by selecting a beautiful ribbon that goes with it, and then we literally take the bouquet apart and reorganize it in a smaller posy. First thing to keep in mind is to literally keep your stems quite clean, and to select flowers that will give you a little bit of bulk at the top, and then we start organizing them in a way that gives you a nice condensed and really tight little posy. Very classic and very romantic. A great little tip that I have when tying your flowers is to use a cable tie. It just makes it so much easier than having to use a rope and maneuver your hands around the already sort of uncomfortable stems. And there it is, a really chic little posy that I think is perfect for a wonderful spring gift.
Although that looks absolutely beautiful. I can't believe how easy that was and how quick that was.
It doesn't have to be complicated to be really pretty, so I'm glad it worked out like that.
I can't wait to see what you have next for us, but before we get there, I know that Woolworths got an uninterrupted cold chain with all of their goods. So what does that mean for the flowers specifically and its freshness?
It simply allows the flowers to go into some sort of state of hibernation. So it prolongs their lifespan, and it gets them to you in the freshest possible way, and as soon as you put them in a vase, they really start doing their magic.
Okay, well, what's next on the cards?
So next, I want to show you how to add a bit of body to the bouquet of flowers that you've just purchased. It often happens that you buy a bouquet of flowers and you want to really make a bigger impression, but you don't necessarily want to add more flowers to it. So what I've done is to get a really beautiful, big and very simple vase. I've added foliage into it that lasts really long, also available from the Woolworths range, and then you literally pop your flowers in there. It's a very simple way of making a great statement.
Woolworths offers the best flowers in season, and they are guaranteed to last as long as it says on the label. If they don't, Woolworths will gladly replace them with fresh flowers.
So now that we've added the flower food into the water, we can start popping the flowers into their individual vases. I usually like to keep the stems quite clean and simple, so this is quite decorative already considering the amount of vases that we're using, and then just start filling the vases from one side to the other.
Right, and that's it, easy.
It really is just about finding a couple of really nice vases and popping some incredible flowers in there. So it doesn't have to be complicated to be beautiful.
Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for the tips, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there you have it, expert tips from the man himself, but I really hope that these tips will help your creativity bloom just like our spring flowers.